Hello, my name is Lockie, and this is the Coast Watch Football YouTube channel, and welcome to another A-League watch-along. Tonight is Wanderers taking on Melbourne Victory. Two ends of the ladder, but both teams still with so much to play for in this match. And of course, these are considered, I would say, to be two of the biggest fan bases in the A-League, if not the two biggest fan bases in the A-League. How's it going, guys? We are here. We're about 50 minutes away from kickoff. I literally just got home from the Mariners game. Mariners won, Melbourne City won. Crazy game, first versus third. Absolutely insane. So I've literally just gotten home from that. What a game. And what a round it's been so far. The Jets MacArthur game last night was a thriller as well. Mariners City, though, what a match. Crazy stuff. Really good defense overall. You can see the shot stats. 15 for Mariners, 19 for City. Possession was even. It was a really even match, I thought. I mean, City had periods of the game where they really dominated and they really controlled possession and did that classic City thing where they sort of push you back into your defensive third. And it was scary. It was scary. You know, they've got so many talented players, and Jordy Boss had a fantastic game. What a goal from Jordy Boss. But it was really impressive spirit from the Mariners to get that equaliser. You know, I was unfortunate for Cummings not to get on the score sheet. Dylan Wenzel was almost so close. Dylan Wenzel was so close to a late winner. But Josh Nisbet with the goal in the 78th minute for the Mariners. What a match. What a match. Oh, my goodness. What's going on in the chat? Valhoon says, what a crazy day in the A-League. Indeed. And not only that, of course, we had the women's semi-final today, Victory City. My goodness, I caught the first half before I had to obviously duck down to the Mariners game. Wow. At halftime, what was it? 1-0 to City. It was 1-0 to City in the semi-final. And next thing I know, it's 3-3. There's been goals in injury time, extra time, and then Victory win and penalties. So Melbourne Victory have knocked out their rivals Melbourne City. Victory are now through to the preliminary final. Will face the loser of Sydney Western, which is happening tomorrow in the second women's semi-final. What else is going on here? Taggart's in the chat. How's it going, Taggart? Mr. Saints fan. How's it going? Mr. Saints fan. Fortnite is in here. Says, sup, Lockie. Apologize for not being able to make your last watch long. No need to apologize, my friend. That's all good. All good. Taggart says, good point for you guys. Either side could have won. 100%. There were chances, man. Like both keepers were on song tonight. Both keepers were great. Tom Glover made some good saves, but Danny Vukovic, there was that one, I think it was the Jamie McLaren header. Was it Andrew Naboot? There was a header that Danny Vukovic made this incredible reflex save. It was fantastic. Fantastic. Zacky's in the chat. How's it going? Valhoon says the women's game was crazy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Insane. Zachy also says, come on, Victory. I hope we win. Look, it's not out of the realm of, what am I trying to say? Like, it can happen. It could happen. Melbourne Victory, despite the loss to City a week and a half ago, they've been building some decent form. They've been playing some decent football. Last week against Perth Glory, they were actually all right, Victory. They were actually all right. The problem is they didn't have that cutting edge, that killing. They couldn't find that killing blow. Melbourne Victory. And I don't know whether that's a lack of. I mean, like, I like Romero. He's got a lot of energy. Fornaroli has arguably been Victory's best player for the second half of this season. But yeah, man, Victory have been playing well, but they're coming up against Wanderers, who are very good at home. This is a game that Wanderers should win. Wanderers should win this game easily, but we're always here for thrillers. We did, of course, the watch along for last week's Saturday night primetime game, and that was a thrilling match, 2-2 between MacArthur FC, Western Sydney Wanderers in the Battle of Western Sydney. And I was like, Wanderers should win this game easy. But MacArthur took it right to them and almost had it until right at the death, Wanderers equalised. So who knows? Maybe we could see a similar game. But score prediction for this game. Sydney FC Fan TV is in the chat. Sydney FC Fan TV, how's it going? Score prediction for this game. What did I say in my predictions video? If you guys miss it, every Thursday I release my A-League predictions. Every Thursday I release my A-League predictions on YouTube, previewing the upcoming round. I can't even remember off the top of my head what I predicted. Does anyone know? Can anyone go and check the video? If I had to, I think I said like 3-1 or something, or 3-0. and I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to stick with 3-1. I'm going to go with 3-1. I think Victory can get on the scoreline tonight. Bruno Fornaroli always capable of a goal, but Wanderers should be too good. Wanderers should be too strong tonight. Speaking of tonight's match, let's pull up the lineups and have a little bit of a look at tactically how this game could potentially play out. Western Sydney Wanderers, Aiden Simmons starting at right back once again for the Wanderers, keeping Gabby Clure on the bench. The youngster's been doing well. Lawrence Thomas, of course, in goals. Marcella Beedling starts, of course, in place of Marcelo. Big news a few days ago, if you missed it. Marcelo, of course, you remember the elbow. What was he? He wasn't like strangling the players. He was just had like the headlock. Headlock. That's what the term I'm looking for. The headlock, the Marcelo headlock. He's only been suspended for 2 games, which is a bit of a, was a surprise to me, to be honest. But Beedling starts. Traore has been Mr. Consistent for Wanderers, and Bikoto, Schneidler, Neuenhoff, Ninkovic, and then Borello and Cassini. Yankee starts in this match. No Romain Amalfitano. He's on the bench, which I was a little bit surprised by. Let's have a little gaze at Victory's lineup. Paul Izzo made some really good saves against Perth Glory last week. Stefan Negro starts at right back. De Silva, Roderick Miranda, Cadete. It's a really solid backline for Melbourne Victory, but they have been leaking the goals this season. Veluplay starts. Probably, I think a lot of Victory fans. I mean, Victory fans in the chat, let me know what do you guys make of Nishan Veluplay starting. I always seem to see Victory fans stoked about when Veluplay gets good minutes in the side. It's a defensive midfield partnership of Raimar Shan and Josh Brillante, the captain. Chris Oikonomides. What's with the Oikonomides? Is that his actual name? Because whenever I've seen it elsewhere, it's always Economides, starts with the I. I'm not sure why it starts with an O here. Anyway, if anyone knows the answer to that, let me know. And then, of course, the dynamic duo of Fernando Romero and Bruno Fornaroli. There is goals in this side. I am perplexed that Chris Economides continues to get a starting spot. He's just looked, I don't know, he just looks off it at the moment. Not at the moment, the whole season. The whole season. So look, when you look at the lineups, got to go Wanderers win. Got to go Wanderers win. I did say 3-1. Okay, there you go. My prediction was 3-1. And thank you, Lockie Edits, for backing me up there as well. You predicted 3-1 and Barella to score. Yeah, Brandon Barella. I mean, like it's a fair bet, isn't it? You know, it's a fair bet for Brandon Barella to get on the score sheet. Lockie Edits, Mel Victory fan, clearly by his logo, says, I love Veluplay. Victory fans love Nishan Veluplay. Of course, tomorrow we have a triple header in the A-League. Let's have a look at the games that are coming up as well. We're gonna be taking a look at the table in just a second as well. Mariners. Oh man, like, and I was looking at the table during tonight's game as well, the Mariners City game, and I was like, man, if we'd won, we would have jumped into second place. Oh, I desperately want that second place because I'm sick of getting knocked out in elimination finals, man. I'm sick of it. Oh, I'm sick of it. Tomorrow, Sunday. Let's have a look. Some pretty big games coming up. First of all, Wellington, Phoenix, Brisbane Roar. Interesting game. Wellington, they've lost the last 3 games. Brisbane Roar are winning their home games, but are absolutely crap away from home. Can Brisbane turn their home form into some away points? That'd be big for them. Sydney FC Perth Glory, that's the big one that everyone's keeping an eye on. It's the 3 p.m. kickoff on free-to-air. Man, huge game. 6th v 7th. The simple equation is if Perth Glory win, they replace Sydney in the top 6. But if Sydney FC win, and it changes everything. If Sydney FC win, they jump into 5th above Wellington. And all of a sudden, Wellington got to start looking behind their shoulders. And then finishing off the round, we've got Adelaide United, Western United, which again is one of those games where I think you look at it and it should be a Reds win. But again, and it's the A-League. You never know. We thought Adelaide were going to win easily last week against Sydney. Didn't happen. But man, look at that. 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Just sit yourself down for 6 hours straight and catch some A-League action because, my goodness me, it's looking pretty tasty. Let's have a look at the way the table stands at the moment. The draw today between Mariners and City, you can see there. Mariners 38 points. Adelaide now 41 points. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. I was wrong what I said before, how I said a win for Mariners would have taken them to second. Mariners would have been just behind. Hey, Iggy's in the chat. How's it going, Iggy? Let's put your comment on the screen. How's it going? Hopefully we win, says take it. It would be massive for Perth. I mean, look at that. Well, there you go. It's not Perth aren't in seventh anymore, of course, after Newcastle Jets win last night. Newcastle Jets with a dramatic win, lifting them up to 29 points, but behind Sydney on goal difference. Yeah, man. Ryan's in the chat. How's it going, Ryan? Says would like a victory win tonight. A victory win would be handy for a number of the top 6 sides. But when you look at what a win could do tonight for specifically Melbourne Victory, I mean, look at Melbourne Victory. They're currently sitting at the bottom, but that means nothing at the moment. Where you are in the ladder means nothing. Jordan's in the chat. How's it going, Jordan? Good to see you tuning in. Melbourne Victory, a win for them. 28 points. Which means they jump up to, 8th? Ahead of Perth Glory. Would push MacArthur down to the bottom of the ladder. Man, it'd be big. 28 points. And then from there, they're within touching distance of the top 6. It's just really a big, like a Victory failed to win this. Like a Victory lose, even a draw, I think would be bad. I think of a draw or a loss here for Victory, and I might be too late. I think it'll be too late. It will be too late. Ryan says a Victory win would keep Wanderers 3 points behind us. Exactly, yeah. It would help keep that little buffer there, which would be nice for the Mariners. You can see Mariners 3 points ahead of Wanderers there. For me, though, as a Mariners fan, we're hunting that second place, man. It would just be huge. It'd be huge if you want to finish in that top 2. It means you miss out on the elimination finals, which is a big boost. Big boost. So it's a chase for that top 2. And look, hey, I should say as well, if Wanderers win tonight, which they could quite well win, then all of a sudden they're looking at a top 2 finish. Wanderers have Wellington Phoenix next week, and then have Melbourne City away. So this is a game that Wanderers really need to win if they do want to have aspirations for the top 2. Because when you look at the run-ins for the remaining games for both teams, some difficult matchups. Let's actually have a look now as the teams come out of the tunnel. Victory in their fluoro yellow kit. Wanderers in their home kit. Kickoff just around the corner. The run-in Wanderers, you can see home on Friday against Wellington. Big game, top 6 clash. And then Wanderers finishing off on that epic Friday night, as we've said earlier. Dude, simultaneous kickoff. Adelaide Mariners, City Wanderers, huge. We're going to be doing a live watch along for that game on the 28th of April. It's a tough run-in for Wanderers. For Melbourne Victory, they've got a winnable game next week, man. Winnable game against the Bulls at home. Very winnable. And then winnable again against Brisbane Roar. I mean, I say winnable, but both of these teams, Bulls and Roar, could be playing, for a spot in the top 6. So, man, it's crazy. Well, all we do know is it's going to go right down to the wire. It's going to go right down to the wire when you look at the run-in for the last few games of the season. There's just so many crazy matchups. Like even Sydney, Newcastle could be huge. Like that could be playing for the last spot in the top 6. I think Perth, Adelaide is a big game. I think that could be a chance for Perth to get 3 points to push them into the top 6. It's just chaos. It's chaos, but we love it. It's the A-League and we love it. All right, we are only moments away from kickoff. Both teams are out into the field. West City Wanderers, Melbourne Victory. Chuck your tips, chuck your predictions in the chat. Iggy says Wanderers win 5-2. Imagine that. Imagine a 5-2 win. That'd be fun. 5-2 win would be fun. Borello to score all 5. Hey, you know what I just realized about tonight's Mariners Wanderers game? Mariners City game. Neither of Cummings or McLaren got on the score sheet. There you go. Isaac's in the chat. How's it going? It says playoff spots are so close this season. Indeed they are. Indeed they are. I mean, like anyone could finish anywhere. That's the crazy thing looking at this ladder. Like, I think City are probably the only team who are going to be locked in their spot. Actually, have they got it now? No, they haven't. They haven't got it mathematically. So City, Adelaide could still finish top, but I can't see City slipping. But apart from that, man, anything can happen, which is going to make for a really exciting end to the season. Sporty O'Brien, how's it going? Hello, mate. How are you? Good to see everyone here in the chat tonight. And kickoff is just around the corner. Here we go. We are underway. Wanderers victory. CommBank Stadium. RBB looks like they're making some noise early on. Oh my goodness. All right. Tony Popovich, an experienced coach. How has he got his side set up for tonight's match? What has he said to the team? Can they do it? Taggart saying a 3-1 prediction. Sydney FC Fan TV says 2-1 to Western Sydney. Can't see anyone predicting a victory win or even a draw. Messi for me. Just give me a second to get the camera back. Isaac in the chat asks, where should Clayton Lewis go? Was it a rumor or something that I saw that he was going to go to MacArthur? I remember hearing something that Lewis was going to go to MacArthur FC. I could be wrong. But that might have just been just a rumor. Might have just been a rumor. Just bear with us as we get the camera up and running here in just a sec. Early corner here for victory. Damn, that was a good chance. Was it Fornaroli with a header? Good opportunity. Victory looking dangerous early on here. Isaac says Clayton Lewis is joining McCarthy. It's confirmed apparently. There you go. That's a big pickup for the Bulls for next season. They grabbed Ulysses Devere from Phoenix a couple of years ago, and now Lewis joining him. Big pickup. Thanks for being with us, guys. Just getting the camera back up and running in just a sec. All right, we got sound. We got sound. Decent little start here from Melbourne Victory. Looking to take it to Wanderers. Melbourne Victory down the right-hand side. Chance in the middle. Good save. Dude, tussle in the box. Edge of the box now. Dude, what a chance for victory early on here. Wanderers just scrambling a little bit in defense there. There we go. We're back. Camera's back. Thanks for bearing with us. Melbourne Victory looking like they're up for this one early. 5 minutes into the game. Good chance, dude. An early goal here for victory would make this game real interesting. Wanderers definitely dominated the Battle of the West last week, but looked a little bit shaky late on, the way they just sort of allowed MacArthur to grab those 2 goals. He says there seems to be a lot of young players going from A-League club to A-League club, Noah Smith, etc. Yeah, I think it's a fair statement. I mean, Dylan Wenzel Hall's another player, going from Western to Mariners, that I just off the top of my head. You do see it a little bit, and I don't mind it. Certain teams might have certain positions available where a certain player might flourish a bit more. Noah Smith was struggling to get minutes of victory because he was playing behind Cadete. So he tried Brisbane Raw. So, yeah, I don't mind it. Wanderers with a chance. Good opportunity. Cleared away. Still on. Simmons forward. Schneiderlin with a little back heel. In fact, it's Masella with a back heel. Good opportunity. And Bakoto, good save, Izzo. Yenny and Bakoto on the bench last week against Bulls, back into the starting lineup, which is good to see. I think he's a class player, and Bakoto. Nice little build up there from Wanderers. Schneiderlin with that little lob over the top for Bakoto. Fantastic. Do you think Perth will get a final spot if they manage to beat Sydney? We'll come back to that because here's a corner here for Wanderers. It's still on. Yeah, no, look, it's a big game for Perth tomorrow. Obviously, we're playing away to Sydney. I think if they get the win, they're in a really good position because then they've got Adelaide at home, which is a tough match. But Perth have been good at home this season. 3 points away to Sydney would be massive for Perth. So I think a win. I think if Perth win next week, they're right. They're right at the top of the list in terms of those bottom 6 teams who could finish in finals in a final spot. All right, Wanderers free kick. 8 minutes into the broadcast here, and Bakoto to swing it in. A little bit too high and too long from Yenny and Bakoto. Isaac with a very simple question. Who's winning the league? Oh, boy. Who's winning the league? Look, after seeing them in person today, I mean, Melbourne City are the best team in the competition. A lot of people might say Adelaide United as well, and they might be the team to meet them. I mean, they're at the top. They're both the 2 teams at the top of the table for a reason. It could be a City Adelaide grand final, but I think City. I think winning the championship this season should be City. Should be City. It's a safe selection. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does anyone think that like Adelaide or another team could do it? I mean, Wanderers are probably a dark horse as well. Oh, Wanderers win it in a high position here. Ninkovic bringing it forward. Just after that early victory That early pressure from Victory Wanderers now sort of getting into their groove, settling on the ball, pushing the opposition back. You can see Melbourne Victory really staying. Look how compact they are right now. Just the fluoro shirts just bottled right in. Sydney FC Fancy TV says Adelaide will win the league. I mean, from when we look back at City and Adelaide's meetings this season, I mean, most recently that Adelaide win for the 4-2 at home, which was a really impressive result. They could do it. They could do it. I think it'd be a good story too. I think a lot of neutrals would like to see Adelaide get the win. They'd be the underdogs in a final with City. And they've got the best player in the league, in my opinion, in Craig Goodwin. Carl's in the chat. How's it going, Carl? Good to see you here. Isaac says, surprise Victory is so low in the table considering they signed Bruno Fornaroli. I, for one, thought they would be doing a lot better. Well, they should be. I mean, that's the whole thing, I guess, Isaac. Like, that's why it's so disappointing from a Victory point of view, because they've got a good squad. They've got the personnel to be playing finals football, but for whatever reason, it just hasn't come together this season. Bruno Fornaroli is a good striker. Has great A-League experience. Great tackle from Neuenhoff. How good has Neuenhoff been? But yeah, Victory should be higher. I agree. "11 minutes into the broadcast for me. Of course, there might be that little bit of a delay with the YouTube stream. Thanks, guys, so much for tuning in, though, and joining me for this prime time A-League clash. Tony Popovich is having a go at someone. No, I think I was one of his players. I thought he was having a go at the fourth official there, but just having a go at one of his players. So as it stands on the broadcast, they've just shown the ladder. Victory would jump up into ninth place with a 0-0 draw. We'll jump up 3. That just goes to show how close the bottom of the ladder is. A 0-0 draw here tonight for Victory will lift them 3 places. Crazy. Iggy says, do you reckon we'll see a penalty shootout this final series? Yeah, sure. Why not? Always love the drama of a penalty shootout. Who knows? Maybe an Adelaide City final might go to a penalty shootout. It might be tightly matched, especially in neutral territory in Sydney. Victory with an opportunity now. It's Fornaroli. Good move. Strikes. That's on target, and it's a good save by Thomas. So Bruno Fornaroli, who's been shining light not only in this bright fluoro yellow kit, I should say, but on the field he's been very good for Victory. Frenzied Rabbit, how's it going? Says, if Sydney lose tomorrow night, it'll make the Brisbane-Sydney game very spicy. True, which will be coming up the following week. Very curious to see if Brisbane can get a result tomorrow against Wellington. If Brisbane get a good result against Wellington, then it makes it a huge clash. Yeah, for the bottom 6, every game is crucial now with 3 rounds to go. Crazy how tight the bottom of the ladder is this year. Indeed it is. Victory on the counter-attack here. Economides. Good chance. Oh, dude, I thought I was going to go in. Chris Economides was beetling with the block. Melbourne Victory still on the front foot. Taking it to Western Sydney Wanderers tonight. Fornaroli with a weak shot. Score prediction. I'm sticking with 3-1. 3-1, my prediction. For those that missed it, every Thursday here on the channel, we do our predictions video. So keep an eye out every Thursday for the my A-League predictions. I preview the upcoming weekend, all the matches. Cross for Wanderers. Bakota can't get good contact on that. Paul Izzo has had a fantastic last couple of games. Some good saves last week against Perth Glory. Frenzied Rabbit says, funnily enough, the Sydney Grand Final might make City Adelaide Final much harder to predict. I think more Red fans might make the trip. I think if you compare the numbers of fan bases, I don't know the membership stats off the top of my head. I feel like Adelaide would probably have a bigger fan base. So you're probably right, Frenzied Rabbit. We're going to come back to that because Wanderers are a bit forward here, and that's a good save, Izzo. Down to his left, stopping Borello's strike. Brandon Borello, 2 goals last week away to MacArthur. He didn't really get good contact on that. But Izzo down to his left. Well, we are 15 minutes into this broadcast. 15 minutes on my stream. Economides, according to JNSHDE, which I don't know how to pronounce, says Economides is crap, so overrated. It was a decent little run he had before, to be fair. But yeah, I was talking about it actually just before the game kicked off, that Economides has been struggling this season. I think we will see a penalty shootout this final series, yeah. That'd be fun. Isaac says Phoenix need to get a result tomorrow, especially at home. Yeah, for a different reason. I mean, not to, Brisbane and all the other bottom 6 sides need a win to obviously climb up into the top 6. Wellington need a solid result at home just to solidify things because they've lost their last 3 games, and that's a little bit concerning for Ufuk Tale's side. Of course, Ufuk Tale was announced yesterday he'll be leaving the club after this season, which is disappointing for Phoenix. Where will he end up is the question. What do you think, guys? Where do you guys think Tally will end up? I put up a poll yesterday, and there was some mixed results. Sydney FC maybe to replace Corica if Corica goes. Maybe to Victory to replace Popovic. We'll see. I also listed overseas as one of the options, and a few people voted for overseas, thinking that Tally might try his luck overseas. Can Mbako get to that? You can. Wanderers edge of the box. Building nicely. Neuenhoff. Borello. Chipping it over. Great chance. Great save. It was Ninkovic with a shot. Dude, Izzo. I literally said it a moment ago that Paul Izzo has been making some superb saves of late. Lovely little lob from Borello and Ninkovic. I'll tell you what, I mean, that shot might have been going high, but Paul, there's like the reactions from Izzo, fantastic. Shadow's in the chat. How's it going, Shadow? Says some good noise being made by RBB. There you go. Izzo claims that corner. Well done. $18 minutes into this match. On my broadcast, 0-0 between Wanderers and Melbourne Victory. I think Victory will be pretty happy with this start to the match. We've had a couple shots. It's been relatively even. Wanderers haven't necessarily dominated proceedings as of yet. But we do know Wanderers can get into those moods where they really control things and push the team opposition back. If you guys are enjoying the live stream, make sure you hit the like button. It helps me out a whole lot. Good way to show your support. And if you're new here, make sure you say hi in the chat. Interesting question from E. What's your juggling record? I have no idea. It wouldn't be great. It wouldn't be high. Has anyone got some juggling records? Drop them in the chat. What's your juggling record? I want to know. I don't know. Dude, I'd be impressed with myself if I could do more than 10. Dude, maybe I should try at halftime. Maybe I should get one of the balls and try live on stream. That'd be funny. They're just really just there for decoration that you can see in the back here. Got an A-League ball, I think from last season. or the season before, and then a Premier League ball there as well. Maybe I'll try it. Shadow says mine used to be around 1,400 in my prime. 1,400? Dude, how long did that take you? You'd be there for like an hour, right? Probably can't get more than 30 now. I mean, yeah, that's me. Isaac's juggle high score is 19. Again, probably still better than me. But 1,400. I just want to know how long that would take you. Like surely like an hour, right? 20 minutes into this game. Victory now controlling possession a little bit. Man, what a win here. Like if Victory do go on to win this game, which would be a big upset, it would just like throw an absolute spanner into the works with the way the bottom six is jostling for a spot in the finals. Wanderers looking to come away with it now. A-League is in the chat. A-League, I don't know what to call you. I mean, obviously, all I can say is A-League, right? A-League. A-League men. How's it going? Sydney FC fans, TV's juggle records 47. That's really good. Okay, Shadow talking about his 1,400. We're going to come back to that because here's a chance. Wanderers forcing another good save out of Paul Izzo. It's a throw in. Shadow, who apparently can juggle for 1,400 juggles, says over 10 to 20 minutes, I was dedicated to improving juggling, so I'd try to do 500 juggles each day. Then every couple of days, I would just go until I fail. Dude, I appreciate the commitment. That's fantastic. Iggy says that's what I do. My teammate and I do a thing where we set a record and try to reach it. Love it. Love it. Yeah. 100% Isaac. Yeah. It would shake things up if Victory win. It would, like, that's the thing. Like, all those other bottom six sides are just like praying that Wanderers win here. They wouldn't want Victory to jump up and cause some chaos. Corner for Wanderers still on. 22 minutes into this game. Wanderers 0. Victory 0. Best chance of the game so far, probably to Milos Ninkovic, whose close range effort was saved really, really well by Paul Izzo. Alex going for a big 2-1 upset. There you go. 2-1. I'd love to see it, just for the chaos, for what it'd do for the rest of the league. Hey, Fortnite's asking, I don't know if you answered, Lockie, but what are Jets' chances of sneaking into finals after last night? They're a chance. It's a big win. I mean, as I sort of said before, like these final 3 rounds for those bottom 6 teams, I mean, they just need wins. And whoever's going to get wins, and Jets did it last night, man. It's huge. And we saw those celebrations. What a goal as well by Brandon O'Neill. Absolute banger. Rocket. They've got a huge opportunity now, Jets. They've got some tough matches coming up. Next week, of course, the F3 Derby. Huge game. Huge game. Chance for Melbourne Victory. They're inside the box. Wonder is clear. Victory looking to push down the left. Now just taking their time. Shadow says the Jets could have been pretty safe if they had won that game against Perth and Melbourne City, where we conceded an injury time. That's the thing that's really let Jets down. Yeah. And it's been the case for them all season, where they've looked decent at times. But yeah, they've just faltered at crucial moments in games. Crucial moments. I was also thinking, Shadow says, I was also thinking about if Mariners finish 3rd and Jets sneak into 6th, there would be an F3 Derby final. Oh, you're right. Which would probably sell it to down. Dude, that would take us back to 2008, second leg semi, I was 12 years old, 12, something like that. Dude, yeah, that'd be epic. I didn't think of that, but that'd be kind of fun. As much as I'd love to see Mariners finish up in the top two, but that would be crazy. That would for sure sell that because a whole bunch of Jets fans would come down for that. We saw over 10,000 at Central Coast Stadium tonight, which was awesome. Yeah, man. Are you happy about today's Central Coast Mariners City result? Yes, yes. I'll take it. City are just so good, man. I mean, seeing them play in person, they're such a class side. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the results, and it could be a crucial point. And now we look to get 3 points on the road away to Jets. We've had some good form away to Newcastle in recent seasons, Mariners. I think both teams will be okay with it, but probably more so City. I mean, City still what? What are they? 8 points clear, I think, of Adelaide. If Adelaide fail to win tomorrow, City win the premiership. Wanderers moving down the left wing. Here's a chance for them. Building nicely. Here we go. Yankee. Chance on the left. Cleared away by Victory. Melbourne Victory defending pretty well so far. Not giving Wanderers too much joy in front of goal just yet. Brandon Barello's really only had one tame strike so far. Ninkovic with Wanderers' best opportunity so far this match. But who will be the first team to break the deadlock? Wanderers down the left again. Ninkovic in the box is cleared. Melbourne City like the Man City, but in Australia? Yeah, pretty much, hey. Pretty much. That's a pretty straightforward comparison. "27 minutes past now on the broadcast. Wanderers still scoreless, 0-0. My prediction of 3-1 to Wanderers still stands, but this has been a strong, solid start from Victory. And as long as they can keep Wanderers scoreless, Victory are in this game. They've got some good attacking plays that they can bring onto the field, Victory, in the second half if they need to. So do Wanderers, of course. Wanderers have one of the strongest benches in the competition. Bozanic, Layuni, Gabriel Clerc. Valhoon says rumours Boss has been signed by City, but loaned back to Melbourne City. I think that would be a big win for Melbourne City if they could keep Boss around for another season, even on loan. But yeah, it does seem to be that Boss is headed overseas to City, which is well deserved, man. I mean, he's such a good player. I saw him, the goalie squad tonight against Mariners. I saw it in person, obviously. Fantastic. What a strike. He's just he's such a classed, he's such a talented player, and he's got so much potential. He's still so young. So, and just from a Socceroos point of view, I hope Geordie Boss has a fantastic career, man. Fantastic prospect for the Australian national team, Geordie Boss. "29 minutes into the broadcast. The game being played at a pretty steady and slow pace so far. Hasn't been too open. Both teams have been pretty solid in defense. I wonder if there is a chance of a nil or draw here. Could happen. It's Barello. Well done, Victory again, defending well. Can they convert it into an attack? That's the question for Melbourne Victory. Brock's in here. How's it going, Brock? Says, would love a victory upset. I'd love it too. It'd be good. It'd be good. We'll create some real excitement for that bottom six, that race for the finals. Victory's attack just breaks down there. That's a poor pass, but they want it back. Well done. Isaac in the chat asks, thoughts on the expanded World Cup? I actually have an unpopular opinion. I think it's an unpopular opinion. I actually like it. I think more teams into the World Cup is a good thing. Creates more opportunity for more nations to play in the World Cup. I think it's good. That's my opinion. Yeah. Shadow asks, on the Boss topic, who do you think will win Young Player of the Year? I can't pick between Boss or Neuenhoff, but Jelicic may also be up there. Jelicic has had a really good season for Glory. But yeah, they're probably the two. Boss and Neuenhoff are up there. It's got to be Geordie Boss. It's got to be Geordie Boss. I mean, Neuenhoff has been fantastic for Wanderers. Wanderers have done a fantastic piece of business in picking up Neuenhoff from the rival Sydney. But for me, it's going to be Boss. Here's Victory with an opportunity. Can they get the delivery? Oh, well defended. Borello. And he's sure that's a foul, right? No, it's play on. Wanderers can get away with it now. Borello tries to go again, and again he goes down. This time it is a foul. Cadete with the foul. Frenzy Rabbit in the chat says, Raw said in a recent email that they should have an announcement on the new head coach around time of next week's clash, hoping for Tale. Imagine that. I mean, he's been rumored to join Sydney. I've seen rumors about Sydney. I've seen rumors about Victory. Raw would be interesting. Brisbane Raw appointment would be interesting for Tale. But yeah, very curious to see who they go for. Isaac says, I agree with your World Cup, European World Cup. There we go. Shadow says, yeah, Neuenhoff is on a 2-year scholarship deal. He is costing them nothing. There you go. Great piece of business from Wanderers. And he's arguably one of the better. I was going to say arguably the best defensive midfielder in the league. I think that goes to O'Neill, but Neuenhoff isn't far behind at all. Deep pack in the chat. That's all good. So it's not about A-League. But who do you think, Manchester City or Arsenal in the EPL? Who will win the EPL? I think Arsenal might just get there. I think Man City is probably the safe option because we know how good Man City are. But Arsenal, I think, might just get there in the end. Yeah, man. Isaac says, even though I'm not a huge Australia fan, Kowal is a brilliant talent, and I hope he does well in the Prem. Yeah, man, we'd love to see him get some minutes in the Premier League. Here's a chance for Wanderers moving forward into the box. Offside. Breaks down again. 33 minutes played in the game. No, it's handball. Ball bounced up and struck Barella's hand. This is good for Victory, man. They're frustrating Wanderers a little bit here, I think. They're nullifying them quite well. Are we witnessing a Tony Popovich masterclass tonight? Schneiderlin in the middle of the park for Wanderers. Long ball was a bizarre decision because it's gone straight out of play. Isaac says this game is surprisingly tight. Indeed it is. Probably looked like it should have been a pretty cruisy game for Wanderers. But Melbourne Victory are locked in. They're locked in. Deepak says, first time on your channel, must say you are such a cool commentator. Thanks, Deepak, for the compliment. Thanks for tuning in as well. We don't really do much Premier League content here, but plenty of A-League and Australian football content. Sydney FC Fan TV, which club do you think has the best fan base? Depends what you define as best. I mean, the biggest fan base, the membership numbers. I mean, Melbourne Victory has the biggest membership numbers. We know that. And I mean, they're on their day, when they have their full numbers, probably is Victory. But Wanderers are close and Sydney FC are close as well. But if I had to pick, not based off just this season, I'd say overall, I'd go Melbourne Victory. I think they have the biggest and best fan base. Again, that's not just this season. That's all time across the A-League. Melbourne Victory have the biggest membership numbers. Free kick for Victory in a good position here. Valhoon says can't beat Adelaide fans. Adelaide have fantastic fan base as well. Got a really strong crowd out to the Sydney game last week. So Marcella just clipping the heels of clipping the ankles rather of Fornaroli there. And Victory have a free kick in a good position. Fornaroli probably would have preferred this to be on the left-hand side facing goal. But it's on the right. But still a chance. Still a chance. Brimmer would score this. Here we go. Cadete's there to provide a left foot option as well. He could go for it. This might be a better angle for a left footer. Strike hits the wall. Still on for Victory. Valupale on the right. Tries to beat two players, and sure, that's going to be another free kick. It will be, yes. Ninkovic isn't happy about it, but that looked like a pretty straightforward decision for me. Definitely a free kick. Ooh, Frenzied Rabbit, good question. Your vote for best goal of the season so far. Wow. You put me on the spot. It's hard to remember every goal. I mean, I don't know if it's recency bias, but Brandon O'Neill's goal last night was fantastic. But there's been some really special goals this season. I'll have to get back to you. But O'Neill's goal last night was superb. Coaches in the chat. Go to the Mariners. Let's go. Big point tonight against City. Big point tonight. Still wearing the kit. Came straight home from the stadium after the Mariners game for this watch-along. Victory with another free kick. Delivery's good. Great chance. Edge of the box for Victory. Strike is blocked and cleared. Damn. Man, good opportunity for Victory, dude. What a chance. Oh, man. Lawrence Thomas just poking it away. Of course, I should have mentioned. I didn't mention that earlier. Hey, Lawrence Thomas playing against his former side. Thomas won a championship with Melbourne Victory back in 2018, didn't he? That infamous, dramatic grand final between Newcastle and Melbourne Victory where the VAR was unable to disallow a goal that was offside. And of course, Lawrence Thomas copped a Roy O'Donovan boot to the head that grand final, you might remember. Valhoon says Aaron Kunda's knuckleball goal. That's up there as well. It's up there. Shadow says Nishan Valupale is pretty good. Would love if the Jets could pick him up. You'd probably get more game time if you went to someone like the Jets. Here's a chance for Victory. On the front foot. Can they find the strike? Here it is. It's gone wide. High and wide from Valupale. We were just talking about him. Sydney FC Fan TV. I assume you're asking who's the best keeper this season. Keeper. Best Goalkeeper this season probably has to be Lauren Thomas. Joe Gauchi has been very good too. I think it's between those two. Gauchi and Thomas have both been fantastic. Who else has been good, man? They're the two for me, though. I think they're the two that's up there. That's right, the kick to the head. Yeah. As I was just saying, yeah, the 2018 grand final where Thomas got the kick to the head, right? From O'Donovan. 40 minutes played in this game. We've got 5 minutes of regular time remaining in the first half. It's still 0-all. Still 0-all. Isaac in the chat asks, do you think Adelaide and Auckland, new teams in the A-League, will be able to keep up with the other teams in the A-League? I assume you mean Canberra and Auckland, the new teams, two new teams that were announced to join the A-League in a couple of years' time. Yeah, I think so. I hope so. I think the A-League's in a decent enough place where new teams could survive. Macarthur and Western, while they're not necessarily getting the attendances that they want, they seem to be doing okay. So yeah, I think they'll be okay. I think they'll be all right. I think the A-League maybe I'd like to think have learnt from the failed adventures of New Zealand Knights and Gold Coast United, North Queensland Fury, which feels like so long ago now. So yeah, I'd like to think they'd work. I think they will. I'm excited for that, man. I'm so excited for A-League expansion. It would just create a real good, inject some new interest into the league. New Zealand derby's going to be great. I think Canberra away days for like all these New South Wales clubs and even Victorian clubs. Canberra away day would be fun. Would have preferred Gold Coast, but we'll take Canberra. Make sure you stick around at halftime. We're going to be jumping deep diving into the chat, talking all things A-Leagues and having a look at the final rounds and having a look ahead at how the final rounds could play up. We'll do a little bit of a mini Q&A in the halftime period as well. Shot stats on the broadcast: 8 shots for either side, 4 on target for Wanderers, 3 for Victory. So there you go. It just sums up how even this half has been. Wanderers coming forward now. Well done, Kadede, cutting off that pass, because Mbikoto would have been in behind there. Fornaroli wrestling with Marcella. He's not happy, Fornaroli. He's not happy. Possession stats are even too. Dude, this game's been super even. Shot stats are the same. Possession stats are the same. Victory are in it. This is positive for Victory. If it stays as it is to halftime, positive for Victory. Dude, cross stats are the same. 9 crosses each. Clearances are the same. Saves are the same. Dude, is there a glitch? Is this legit? Here's a chance for Victory. Is that a foul? No. All those stats are the same, man. Incredible. What are the chances, eh? Shadow says, will you watch any of the National Second Division if it starts? Yeah, for sure. For me, A-League is number 1. And always will be. It's the top division in the Australia. Here's a chance for Victory. Fornaroli takes his shot wide. Good chance for the Uruguayan. Or Australian, I should say, of course. Now, Socceroo, eh? Corner for Victory. 44 minutes have been played. Decent delivery. Chance. Oh. Shot has been skied by Damien De Silva. Isaac asking for pen. I didn't see any pen. I didn't see any opportunity for a pen. Man, De Silva really should be doing better there. I don't know why he blazed that so high over the bar. Half-timer is around the corner. We're going to be jumping into some Q&A during halftime, so make sure you stick around and get your questions ready. 0-0 between Wanderers and Victory. This has been a tight game so far. But I think Victory will be the happier of the two sides heading into the halftime sheds. Wanderers have been frustrated in this game. Victory looking to push down the right-hand side here. A little bit of space now. It's Valupale. Good chance. Oh, it's poor decision-making there. Victory got into a good area. And Neuenhoff will break away 1 minute of at a time. So we've only got seconds remaining in this half. Ninkovic. Pass finds Borello. Tries to flick it through. Ninkovic. Borello. It's in. Wanderers score at a crucial point in this game. Just before half time. Such an even match so far. Brandon Borello scores. My goodness. What a time to find a goal. Just as I was saying that Wanderers have been frustrated in this half. Brandon Borello jumps forward. It looked like the attack broke down. Ninkovic to Borello and the oh, what is that? Dude, what Victory player was that with that terrible pass? He just fed the ball to Ninkovic. Was it Stefan Negro? I didn't even see who it was. Or perhaps Cadete. Oh, dude, it sums up Victory's defense this season. While they've been solid for much of for a lot for large chunks in games, Victory actually solid defensively, but they just have these random crazy errors. Terrible giveaway there, and Borello pokes it home. Man, 1-0, and that might just be half time. Western Sydney Wanderers with a huge goal here to round out the first half. Disappointing for Victory, who were really solid. Victory were really solid that first half. The stats were really even. Man, what do you guys make of that first half? It was Cadete who made the error, was it? It was a really bizarre pass. He won. He made the interception of that Borello sort of funny backheel thing, that flick pass, and then he just like fed it straight to Ninkovic, and then it was easy from there. So it was a bizarre moment there for Victory defensively. But dude, that must be so frustrating because I had a really decent half. Big call from Shadow. Big call from Shadow, and we're going to tee it up by pulling up the ladder as well. Shadow here says, if Victory lose here, they are definitely out of the finals race. Melbourne Victory, the way it stands now. Let's pull up the ladder. Let's have a look. The way it stands. Let's give that a refresh. There we go. Let's have a look. The way it stands now, Victory still sit on the bottom and are on 25 points. You know what? I agree with you. I agree with you. Even though Melbourne Victory have some relatively easy home games at home, the home to MacArthur and Brisbane, if Victory fail to win here, I can't see them jumping into the top 6 because there's some teams above them who are going to finish there, who are far closer. When you look at Glory, Raw, Jets, Sydney. Frustrating for Popovic's side. There's such a crucial game. But when you look at where they sit, Victory, Look, their goal differences are right too, -5. Like even if they do get up there, but like even a draw, I don't think will be enough. They really need the win. They really need the win. I think MacArthur, after losing last night, are out. I think it'll be tough for them. Yeah, it'll be tough. All right, let's jump to some Q&A in the chat. If you have any A-League related questions, Australian football related questions, let me know. And we've got Sydney FC fan TV. He's asking, who is better, Luke Bratton or Jay O'Shea? Good question. Two players who are crucial to the midfield setups. Slightly different players. Luke Bratton, more of a defensive midfielder. Jay O'Shea these days, more of an attacking midfielder. I'm going to go Jay O'Shea. Not by a long way. Not by a long way, but Jay O'Shea is just so crucial to the way Brisbane play and chips in with goals. I think he's got, 5 goals in his last 5 games now. He's in good form, Jay O'Shea. Luke Bratton has plenty of A-League experience and is a class defensive midfielder. But for me, if I had to pick one, I'd go O'Shea. Is that I haven't seen this Victory documentary. Brock says Victory's chairman said they'll never finish last again in the Melbourne Victory documentary. Oh, awkward. Saints fan in the chat says, I want us to finish 7th or 8th so Victory aren't in the FFA Cup playoffs or the Australia Cup playoffs. That's the incentive. I mean, obviously people talk about, as we pull the ladder up here again, people talk about the fact that there's no relegation, which means there's no incentive to sort of, be competitive in the end. There absolutely is because, this season's a one-off, I guess. Like they're still, these teams are still playing for a spot in the top 6, but the bottom 4 have to play in the Australia Cup playoffs, and 2 of those teams, 2 A-League teams, miss out on the Australia Cup, which is really, shouldn't happen. Yeah, man. Isaac in the chat with an interesting question. Let's pull this up. Where's my mouse? Isaac asks a personal question, but it's still football related, of course. Did you want to be a footballer as a kid? Yes. Yeah, for a time. Not for a long time. It always interested me, but I didn't necessarily want to be a footballer. I mean, there was a time when I was really young where I probably did want to be a professional footballer. But pretty early on, there was a sense that I wasn't necessarily going to be a player, but I still had a massive passion for it and wanted to be involved in it in some way. And here we are with a channel. So making content, which I love doing. So did I want to be a footballer as a kid? Yeah, for sure. I think every kid that was playing football grows up playing football does. But yeah. Mr. Saints fan, I want us to finish at least 9th or 10th so we can have at least host a playoff. There's the advantage there, of course, if you finish 9th or 10th as well. Favorite footballer growing up? I'm a Spurs fan, for those that don't know. Luka Modric. I loved Luka Modric. As a Mariners fan growing up, I was a big fan of Adam Kwasnik, striker. But yeah, man, Luka Modric, when he was at Spurs many years ago now. Frenzied Rabbit in the chat here. Asks, triple header tomorrow. Which game do you think will be the spiciest? I've got one for you, mate. I've got one for you. And let's pull it up here on the screen. The matches tomorrow. Let's have a look. Dude, I'm telling you right now, cancel your Sunday plans because for 6 hours, you're sitting on the couch to watch Wellington Phoenix Roar, Sydney Glory, and Adelaide Western. Spiciest match tomorrow? This guy right here. Sydney Glory, 3 p.m. It's on free to air. Huge game tomorrow. Huge game. Win for Sydney. And it goes a long way to securing their place in finals. Glory a win for them, and they replace Sydney in the top 6. So it's huge, man. It's huge for both teams. Whoever wins this game, might well be playing finals football. Yeah, man. But yeah, that's the one for me. But fantastic day of football tomorrow. Shadow says Sydney versus Perth can mean so much for who finishes sixth. Exactly. Troy's in the chat. Go Mariners. Pink kit's on tonight. The pink jersey's on tonight. Deepak with a question right now. Who's your favourite striker in world football? Well, I mainly watch the A-League. So my favourite striker in the A-League is probably Jason Cummings. But if I had to pick another striker, again, I'm a Spurs fan, so I guess Harry Kane. Easy. Brock says, Tom Glover played in the Saints tonight. He was fantastic. He made some great saves. Even Vukovic, especially in the first half, Danny Vukovic made some superb saves as well. So both keepers were good tonight in the Mariners City game. Really, really good. Really, really good. Julian's in the chat. Hey, Julian, how's it going, mate? I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. Feeling good. Feeling happy with a point tonight after Mariners secured a 1-1 draw with City. Came straight home from the stadium. Jumped on the live stream. Still ripping the kit. Yeah, man. Troy's in the chat, and there you go. Troy says, just got home. What a performance. Fantastic game. Really exciting game. Like, even though it's a draw, it still almost felt like a win. And the atmosphere in the stadium was awesome. Over 10,000 fans in the ground, which is great. So yeah, man. In your opinion, what is the best jersey in A-League history that isn't a Mariners jersey? Ooh, good question. Because I would have picked a Mariners jersey, but that would have been a bit biased. Oh man, my favorite kit, dude. Actually, I know I've got some. That pink kit from Adelaide last year was really cool. I think that was their third kit. But one kit that I really liked the design of, and I just thought looked dope, especially with the colors, was the Brisbane Roar 2012-13 kit. The Brisbane Roar 2012-13 kit. Look it up now. Pull up a new tab and check it out. It was the orange, which had like the black like diagonal thing at the top. And then I think it had like a diagonal thing on the shorts at the bottom of the shorts as well. It was awesome. What about you guys? Drop in the chat right now. What's your favorite all-time A-League kit? Favorite all-time A-League kit. New Jets Football's in the chat says, hey man, did you get a fresh card? Yes, indeed. Thanks for noticing. Fresh card. Frenzy Rabbit says, Gold Knicks kit. Gold Knicks kit. Unfortunately, that doesn't narrow it down because aren't all their home kits gold? Unless I'm missing one. Wellington Phoenix have had some nice kits in recent years, though. Troy says, yeah, the crowd was unreal. Really made the night. Great to see you doing another watch along. Thanks, Troy. Good to see you tuning in as well. And good to hear that you enjoyed the game. Really, it's such good atmosphere, hey? Also, gold Newcastle kit, says Frenzy Rabbit. Yeah, I think Newcastle definitely prefer. I feel like Jets fans prefer the gold over the blue and red that they were wearing for a few years there. Julian asks, could this be the end of victory season if the result stays like this? I think so. Yeah, I think so. We were talking about it just a moment ago, looking at the ladder. And if it stays like this, it's going to be hard. Look, Victory have 2 decent home games remaining after this. They've got MacArthur at home and Brisbane at home, which are winnable games for them. But I think it's going to be tough. Like, look at the ladder here, man. I mean, Victory, 25 points. Sydney on 29 points, but they might get the win against Glory tomorrow. It's going to be hard. It's going to be really, really difficult. So this really has to be a win. I don't think a draw is enough. They need a win. So that's going to make I'll tell you what, that's going to make this second half really exciting, which is going to kick off in about 5 minutes or so. Second half is going to be really, really exciting here because Victory need to go for it. And this is where we see what Victory are made of, man. They need to go for it. They need to step up and perform. Can they do it against a good Wanderers side? It's tough, man. The odds are against them. Brisbane 2012 with Berisha? Yes, that's the kit I was talking about earlier, yeah. Jordan says favorite kit was the OG Fluoro Victory kit. Pretty similar to the one they're wearing tonight, hey. Except I think it had like lines on it, lines on the sleeve or something, right? Coasty Kocha, will you ever bring back the classic post-game interviews? Maybe one day. They were a whole lot of fun. Shadow's favorite jersey is the Wanderers jersey from their first season. It was simple but looked good. I still remember the Shinji Ono chip. Yeah, man. A lot of iconic things. The old Parramatta Stadium. It was a good kit too. And I remember like the stripes were a bit thicker. The stripes were a bit thicker on that Wanderers kit, right? But yeah, you're right. It was a good kit, and they wore the white shorts that year, if I remember. This season for Wanderers, it's been. I'm pretty sure at home they always wear black shorts now, right? But they used to wear the white shorts back then. Troy says I really like the Mariners 15-16 kit with the big palm tree on the front. I agree with you, Troy. I like that kit too, and it got a lot of it copped a lot of crap, but at the time. But looking back at it, it's kind of a dope kit, right? It's kind of a really, really cool kit. Just it's such a unique design. And the palm tree has become synonymous with the Mariners in the A League. It's really cool. And I kind of wish I had one. I don't have one. I should get one. I should really have more of my kits on display here. I've only got a couple scars and stuff. I don't necessarily have a massive kit collection. But yeah, man. Rabbit says, if you want a nice kit, look at the newest Scotland national team kit. Sold out almost instantly. Work of art. I'll have to check it out. Julian says, West United have very difficult games. Adelaide tomorrow, Melbourne City next week. Western need to go for it as well. I think a rebuild is needed for next season. They don't look motivated. Yep. I think if Western miss out, and look, the positive thing, regardless of how the season goes for Western, the positive thing is that John Aloisi's sticking around, right? Aloisi's sticking around. And there's not many other teams in the bottom six who know that they have their coach sticking around next year. Popovich might go. Victory finished last. What's happening at Brisbane Roar? They're getting a new coach. Wellington Phoenix aren't in the bottom six, but obviously Tale's going. Western, Aloisi is sticking around, and he's a good coach. He won a championship with them last year. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be good for Western. It'd be healthy for Western to go through a little bit of a rebuild. Allow Aloisi to bring in maybe some players who he think will suit his system a bit better. And yeah, and go again. But you're right that Western do have some difficult games coming up, especially that City game's always going to be difficult. Melbourne City might be able to claim the Premier's plate on that match. Let's have a look at them running in the remaining rounds. Of course, just a moment ago, we spoke about that really entertaining Sunday triple header from 1 p.m. through to 6 p.m. Of course, 5 p.m. Of course, all these times, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Man, look at this round next week as the teams are preparing to come out for the second half. Wanderers Wellington. Jets Mariners, F3W. There's that Western City game. Melbourne Victory Macarthur. We've got Glory Adelaide. That'll be a big game. And then Brisbane Sydney. Sydney could be huge too if Brisbane get a result tomorrow against Wellington. And then the final round, we can see here Adelaide Mariners, City Wanderers on that simultaneous kickoff. As we have a resumption in the second half here in this game. Wanderers won. Victory won. The second half has just kicked off. Check out this last round though. We've also got Macarthur Phoenix. Sydney Jets, again, could be huge. Victory Raw could be huge as well, as could Glory Western. Some big games all around. All right, second half is underway here. And it's time to see what Victory are made of. Tony Popovich and his side. Their backs are against the wall. What can they do? Can they come back? Shadow correctly points out here in the chat, says Western will also be playing out of their training facility next year, which I think is a good thing for Victory. For Western. To get their home base set up and start playing games there. Be good. Victory on the front foot early here. Good cross. Already committing numbers forward here. Victory early in this second half. Can they find an opening? Dude, an early goal here in the second half would be massive. And they've got a free kick. Handball by Traore. Free kick. Tasers in the chat says, come on, Victory. Early chance here in the second half. Goal here would be humongous. Melbourne Victory, if they want to play finals football in season 2022-23, they really need to win this game. Brolante standing over it, as is Cadete. Cadete to whip it in. Decent ball. Punched away by Thomas. 47 minutes on the broadcast. Still on for Victory. Corner. Good early pressure here from Victory. Tested Aussie, how's it going? Says, do Perth and Adelaide have a rivalry? They don't, but they kind of should, hey, because they're the closest to each other, aren't they? Well, it's Perth's closest opponent. Here's Victory's corner. Headed away, still on. Ryan Marchand, long range, blocked. Wanderers under the pump here, really. Can Victory make this pressure pay? They're still on the front foot. Searching for this goal. Nice play down the right. Cross. Still on? No. It's a foul. De Silva with a foul. Wow. My goodness me. Valhoon says Raw don't have a home for next year either. Is that not right that they're returning to Suncorp? Isn't that the big rumor? That's pretty much confirmed. I could be wrong, but I remember seeing that they're returning to Suncorp. Or at least a rumor that they're returning to Suncorp. Is Cummings going to India, Lockie? Maybe. We obviously have heard the rumors in the last few days that Cummings has been linked with some clubs overseas. Maybe, yeah. It'd be a loss for the Mariners. But we've seen plenty of players go from the A-League to India. Plenty of Aussies playing over in India. Taser says, I reckon Popper gave him a shout at halftime. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He would have been filthy conceding that late first half goal. Victory looking to get this early goal in the second half. Is that a foul? It is a foul. Another free kick for Victory in a good position. Who scored for Wanderers? Brandon Borello. Who else? Brandon Borello with a goal. Late on in that first half. Assisted by Milos Ninkovic. 50 minutes played. Free kick for Victory. Economides just putting the corner flag back up after it fell out. Economides. Can he provide a good delivery? It's a high one. Cleared away. Wanderers doing well so far. Very positive start from Melbourne Victory. Very positive. If you're enjoying the live stream, make sure to hit the like button. Good way to show support. Good to see so many people tuning in for tonight's primetime Saturday night watch along. Brandon Borello is absolutely indeed having such a good season. He's doing very well. Did Victory have another free kick here? And there's a yellow card for Schneiderlin. And is that for dissent? Schneiderlin was having a word to the ref. Here's a replay. So Simmons just pulling the shirt of Economides. And yeah, it's an easy foul. So already in the opening minutes of the second half, there's been a quick succession of goals here. Of chances here. Of goals. Plenty of chances here for Victory. Wanderers defending well so far. Can Victory break through? Keep an eye out for Fernando Romero, for Neroli. Brillante and Cadete stand over it. No Jake Brimmer, who would usually be on free kick duty for Victory. Brillante delivers. Good chance. And that looks like it'll be a corner. No, goal kick. So Wanderers survived the early second half onslaught. Missed opportunities for Victory, which could come back to hurt them. A shot of Marcelo in the crowd. Of course, we heard recently Marcelo will be returning next week. Yellow card here. Is that for Ninkovic? Stefan Negro copped the foul. And there's a bit of a coming together between a few players. Ninkovic. Where's the... Well, I can see Ninkovic complaining. So where's the foul? Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Ninkovic just cleaning up Stefan Negro there. A bit of a interesting decision to go in like that. Shadow says, I think Marcelo had a Gucci bag behind him. Didn't see that. Interesting. So another free kick for Victory, man. It's free kick galore at the moment for Melbourne Victory in the opposition half. Cadete, that's a nice pass. Right-hand side. Good chance. Just wide. It was Romero. The opportunities have been there for Victory. But just like last week against Glory, they haven't been able to find that killer blow. Valupale did well. That's a really dangerous cross. Romero's header sails wide. Wow. Francis Rapp says, got a challenge for you. Name a worst sighting this season than Cruz for the Raw. To be fair, I mean, being a Brisbane Raw fan, I can see the why you'd feel such a way. But I mean, he's been injured, hasn't he? He's been injured, so it's hard. It's hard to say that he's been the worst signing because he just hasn't had the chance to play. I think he's only played 1 or 2 games for Brisbane since signing, has he? So yeah, it's hard to say. So early sub here, 400s in the second half. La Union for Yangi. Haven't seen too much of Cassini Yangi this game. So good substitution. Tested Aussie asks, do Perth and Adelaide United have a rivalry? We were talking about this just a moment ago, but I'd like to think so. Just because they, South Australian team, Western Australian team. I don't know if there is a rivalry there already. But it's Perth's closest opponent geographically. Rabbit says Cruz, I think, has played 9 minutes. There you go. 9 minutes. 55 minutes played. Wanderers 1. Victory 0. Victory down the left-hand side. Here's a chance. It's in. Valupale. Victory find their equaliser. And they make this early second half pressure pay. Nishan Valupale pokes it home from close range. Well done, Victory. They're back in it. Well, they pounced there really well, Victory. Oh, Lawrence Thomas. What is he doing? Connor Meaties with a cross. It's bizarre from Thomas against his former side. He's just swatted the ball straight into the path of an opposition player, and it's a super easy finish for Valupale. What is he doing? What? It's such a weird move from Thomas. I mean, it looked like he easily could have caught that or at least punched it away. Massive error. Valhoon says made a meal of that, indeed. Wow, dude. Third goal for the season for Nishan Volupale. Could be a crucial one for Victory. Pulls them back into this contest. Really, really positive start to this second half for Tony Popovic's side, and they've got their goal. We said it at halftime. Victory need to win this game. Shot stats are on the broadcast. 4 for Victory so far this half. And there's a yellow card for Miranda. Wanderers players aren't happy. Barello's down and is hurt. A Wanderers plays wanting more than a yellow card. Here's the replay. Oh, that's a dangerous challenge. Look, it's not a red, but it's a terrible tackle. It's not a red. Or is he referee's coming over? Is this getting a VAR check? Ryan Marchand is having a mouthful to the referee. Yellow card for Tony Popovic is going off at the moment. Yellow card for Tony Popovic. And it's a VAR check. Oh, there's studs. There's studs. I missed that. Oh, is that a red? Is that a red? Shadow thinks so. I think there's studs, man. Oh, look, it's not one of those clear tackles. He's off. Miranda's off. Miranda's off. Red card. Huge. Just after they get their goal and Roderick Miranda isn't happy, Victory unhappy. The initial call was a yellow. The Victory bench look starstruck. Oh, it's a huge decision because that might end Victory season. That literally, that red card literally, I think, has ended Victory season. They've just lost their crucial centre back. Oh my gosh. Scenes at Combank. Shadow says pretty much sums up Victory season. Deepak says it's red. It's a really silly challenge. I mean, like, Miranda's an experienced defender. He should know better. Oh, man. He should know better. Frenzy Rope says, I can't see this one ending 1-1 now. I've got money on Victory being rattled now. Dude, it's going to be interesting. Connor Chapman's going to come on, and they have to. They have to. They can't play with a man down at the back. So Connor Chapman's going to come on to replace Romero. No surprises there. Romero had one chance early in this half, sent his header wide. Dude, huge. It's huge because the momentum was with Victory early in the second half. Wow. The momentum was with Victory, dude. And that's just killed it for them and could well kill their season. Wow. Roderick Miranda. Roderick Miranda should be ashamed of himself, man. He might have just cost a finals place for his side. Rabbit says Connor Chapman is on. Someone okay the I assume you mean someone play the audio of the Charlie Austin rant. That's right. Of course, copped that spray from Charlie Austin early in the season, didn't he? Everyone from Australia? I am. Let us know in the chat right now where you're watching from. Whether you're watching from Australia, New Zealand, around the world. Occasionally we do get some international viewers to our A-League streams. Let us know in the chat where you're tuning in from. I'm tuning in, broadcasting, I should say, from the central coast of New South Wales, Australia. Go the Mariners. Shadows watching from Melbourne. Here's a chance for Koto cutting back. Good chance for Wanderers there. He's just claimed it. Dude, this is a spicy match. This is turning into a real spicy match. We're past the hour mark. Victory are down a man. It's 1-1. Both teams have had a taste of scoring. Let us know in the chat where you're tuning in from. So Wanderers really now will be able to set up and control possession. Probably by the end of this match, we'll be dominating the possession stats. The gym. You're watching from a gym. Can't say I've ever had anyone in one of my live streams watching from a gym. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in, Frenzy Rabbit. Appreciate it. Schneidel and Cross. Wanderers able to put the pressure on here. Mr. Saints fan in the chat. Are they going to do anything about the grand final in being in Sydney? Nope. No. Short answer is no. No, and I can't. I don't think they can. You know, the deal's been made. As much as we disagree with it, the deal's been made, and I don't know if there's any coming back from it. I mean, I could be wrong, but I feel like they signed this deal with the government, the state government. So I don't know. I can't see them going back on it, especially at least for this season. It's definitely happening in Sydney. Brock says they would be better off doing a gather round. Of course, at the moment, the AFL playing their gather round in South Australia. I'd love to see a gather round style round implemented in the A League. I think it'd be a lot of fun. It'd be pretty easy too, I reckon, because there's only 6 games. You could play it across a couple stadiums. You wouldn't need 3, 4 stadiums. Saints fans says I wouldn't mind an A League Magic round. I think it'd be good. Oh, dude, they're showing a shot right now of Roderick Miranda in the tunnel. He hasn't gone down. He's just chilling, and he looks not happy. I think he knows, dude. I was saying it before. He's let his team down, and I think he knows now. Like, yeah, like maybe he could complain that it wasn't worthy of a red. But regardless, you just don't go flying in like that. It was a really silly challenge. Frenzy Drive says, haven't the top 3 to 4 grand final attendances been outside of Sydney? You might be right. Boxers gather around outside of New South Wales as most teams play there. Yeah, I think that would make sense to try to do somewhere else. I think Victoria is probably the most likely option. But somewhere else like Brisbane or Adelaide might be fun. So Wanderers now, the context of this match has completely changed because we're talking about victory and how they had the momentum in the second half. And they were playing, to keep their finals hopes alive. Well, now Wanderers have control of this game and really should be going to win it. It's 1-1. But it's a funny one because a draw really isn't any better than a loss for victory, I reckon. Wanderers with a corner here. Western Sydney looking to close out this game and find a goal to lift them in front. And if Wanderers score, here's the thing. I think if Wanderers score just one goal here, Schneiderlin's going to deliver this corner. Then it's over for Victory. I can't see Victory coming back to win the game if Wanderers score one more goal. You're calling it. Wanderers score, Victory season's over. The draw puts Victory in ninth place for now. But still, I reckon. I don't think it'll be enough. It won't be enough. But it just goes to it just sums up how tight it is at the bottom of the ladder that even a draw will lift them up 3 places, but which is pretty incredible. But yeah, it won't be enough. His Wanderers moving forward. Neuenhoff, Schneiderlin, Morgan Schneiderlin, playing in Borello. Delivery is good, just across the face of goal. Traore to recover it. Traore, a former Melbourne Victory player. A decade ago, he played for Melbourne Victory. Forward pass is blocked. Victory could come on the counter here. Here we go. This is where Victory need to pounce. This counter attack. Got 3 players forward. 2 arriving late. Ball comes forward here. What can they do here, Melbourne Victory? Can they break through the Wanderers here for an unlikely goal? An unlikely win it would be. They go back. Victory working backwards, keeping the ball. Really intriguing final 20 minutes to this game setup. Challenge by Traore, no free kick. Victory preparing to bring on Ben Falami, who hasn't been as good as he was last season. Ben Falami. Speaking of that Magic Round, Shadow says, I'm actually not a fan of the Magic Round. If I was a club, I wouldn't want to potentially give up a home game to have to play in another state, potentially. I'm assuming the clubs that would do it would still get paid a decent amount of money or something. I don't know how that all works, to be honest, but yeah, it's a fair point. Saints fan says, as a Victory fan, I'm not expecting us to play finals this season. Yeah, it's just such a slim chance now. I think just for much of this season, Victory have just been so poor. So it's a long shot, and it has been for a while now. Troy asks, if you finish 5th or 6th, do you miss out on a home final? The elimination final, you play away. But if you finish 5th or 6th and you win your elimination final, which was played away, if you win that, then you will get a home final because of the 2-leg semis. We shouldn't forget about the 2-leg semifinals, of course. So even if you finish 5th or 6th, you still could get a home final. But it would be in the semis. It would be in the semifinals. But it is rare. It is indeed rare that the away teams in elimination finals win. Happened to MacArthur FC against Mariners a couple of years ago, I remember. Brock says, no, you added another round. So instead of 25 rounds, there's like 26. That could work. Could work. Yeah. Corner from Victory easily claimed by Lawrence Thomas. 71 minutes played in this game. Victory 1, Wanderers 1. Red card to Roderick Miranda. Melbourne Victory need to win this game to keep their season alive. It's on the line. It's all on the line. Just on the Magic Round thing again. I mean, a lot of people have said, they should have done that instead of the grand final deal. But I think everyone agrees with that. Yeah. Troy says, that's awesome for Mariners as it stands. I'm very confident of us going to finals. Yeah, for sure. And exciting too, because the way it's looking, I think Mariners will get at least the home elimination final. But fingers crossed we can make a late push for the top two. We really get a win away to Jets next week, which will be tough because Jets will be playing for they're chasing the top six. But then the away game to Adelaide in the final round is going to be real tough as well. Ninkovic edge of the box. Wanderers building. Right hand side. Victory can't concede here. Good ball. Young Yeti Mbikoto. Mbikoto so close. Marco Rodin wearing a blazer jacket tonight. Not often we see that. Usually just rocking the t-shirt. A little bit chillier tonight in New South Wales. Any more watch-alongs this week? Not this week. Not for this weekend, but got a couple lined up for next week, so keep an eye out for that. Big week next week. The one I can definitely confirm is the Friday, 28th of April, that double header. That's definitely happening. Friday, 28th, the Adelaide Mariners and Melbourne City Wanderers double header. Simultaneous kickoff, I should say. Hey, Wanderers coming forward again. Good ball by Ninkovic. Borello. Sent wide. Back for Launi. Well defended. Okay, counter-attack time. Come on. Counter-attack time. Let's go. Oh, dude. Easy foul. Easy decision. Fornaroli's down and he's hurt. And a Victory player's asking for a card. Connor Chapman doesn't like it. It didn't look like a very nice challenge. Let's have a look here in the replay. So Neuenhoff brings down Fornaroli initially, then goes in again, does he? Oh, dude, it's a cynical foul. Neuenhoff just wanted to bring him down. 12 fouls committed by Wanderers, 7 for Victory, according to the broadcast. Yeah, man. Brock's in the chat says Central Coast Mariners can't seem to get past elimination finals. That's the problem, and that's the big thing for me. I think for Mariners to have a successful season this year, need to get through to the semis, man. Need to make it work. Has to be yellow. I agree. That should have been a yellow for sure for Neuenhoff, bringing down the opposition player. $15 minutes remaining in regular time. Western Sydney Wanderers 1. Melbourne Victory 1. Red card to Roderick Miranda early in the second half. Was a massive blow to Tony Popovic's side, who need to win to keep their finals hopes alive. They're still in it. It is still level. Look, if they do draw or lose this game, they're not mathematically out, but it becomes incredibly difficult. They need several results to go their way if they don't win this game. Troy says, I also agree with Brock, but it feels just missed that one. Did Izzo make a great save? Izzo's got the ball. Troy says, I also agree with Brock, but it feels different this year. Very entertaining season. Yeah, with the Mariners, we're going to come back to that because here's the replay. So it was Borello with a strike. It was a decent save in the end by Izzo. Yeah, there's a real sense that Mariners have sort of come forward a lot in their maturity. And look, we've been up high. We're higher up on the ladder compared to recent seasons. So yeah, man. I think we're right. Launi, shot is blocked. Back for Simmons. Neuenhoff. And Bikoto. Flicks it on for Traore. Wanderers looking to create an opportunity. Launi on the right. Inside the box. Borello trying to get around. Victory, adamant, strong in defense. Beedling getting forward now. It's Neuenhoff chipping it over for Beedling. He's gone forward from centre back. Wow, man. Julian in the chat asks, will you be able to do a Western United rebuild in career mode in FIFA? I'd love to watch it. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. If you guys missed it, just the other day, I asked a poll on in the community tab what team you'd like to see me do a FIFA career mode series with, which we're going to be bringing back real soon, which is exciting. Last year we did. Who did we do? We did Mariners, we did Glory, we did Phoenix career mode series with all those 3 clubs. I think Victory would be fun. You know, the bottom tables, the bottom side tables are always fun because you know you can do sort of rebuilds with them. Western could be fun, yeah. Economides coming off the field here to be replaced by Leighton Brooks, and Rymar Shan's going to come off. He's being replaced by Lee Broxham. Brock says if they don't win this game, if Victory don't win this game, they will need to win every game and prey on other results. And look, they've got relatively easy games against Macarthur and Brisbane coming up, but yeah, they need other results to go their way as well. Milanovic is also coming on for Wanderers to replace Mikoto. On the Mariners, Brock says what Monty has done with his budget is very impressive. It sometimes gets forgotten. I mean, yeah, Mariners have, you know, a really slim budget compared to the other sides of the competition. Have to rely on a lot of youth players, and they make it work. So yeah, Monty's done a fantastic job again. Troy says maybe rebuild Brisbane Roar to their former glory and sign Charlie Austin for another stint. Maybe that's actually an interesting idea. That could be fun. Like, what would happen? What would it be like if Charlie Austin actually did stick around? Like that, you know, that could be the angle for it. It's not a bad idea, Troy. I might actually try that. It's not a bad idea. Here's a chance for Wanderers. Good strike. Just wide. Just wide. It was Layuni on that left foot. And more Layuni off the bench. Just the kind of play you want to bring on with the pace that he has. Yeah, I thought the same thing, Shadow. Thought they only put it in the top corner. It looked, dude, just from the angle, from the camera angle, it looks close. Oh, it was actually so close. They showed that reverse angle. Wasn't far away at all. It's curling in. So we have 10 minutes remaining in regular time. Wanderers 1, Victory 1. Tony Popovich doesn't look happy on the sideline. He's already been booked this game. Ninkovic is down hurt. But I'm sure we're set for an entertaining final 10 minutes in this game. Victory. Will they go? Will they go for it here? They obviously brought on an extra defender to cover the send off of Miranda. Ninkovic is off the field receiving treatment at the moment, so Wanderers are now down a man, so we're level. Cross for Victory is decent. Cleared away. Wanderers can counter. Borello through the middle. He goes for Layuni. Look at the pace from Layuni. 2-1. Victory are done. You've heard it here first. Victory are done. Wanderers find the second goal. It's official, man. I'm calling it now. That's the season done and dusted for Melbourne Victory, man, unfortunately. Oh, fantastic. Precise counter-attack. Matty says, what a goal. Superb play. The counter-attack was fantastic. Look at the way Wanderers sprang forward. That front three. Borello through the middle. What a pass. What a ball for Layuni. And we're talking about him literally moments ago about the pace that he brings. And we saw it on show there. Just the way he breezed past Cadete. And he not only the fantastic pace that he just displayed, but the composure to finish like he did. Marcelo celebrating in the crowd. That's right. And that's right, Shatter. Yeah, yeah. Fair comparison. Shatter says, what a goal. Just like the one against Sydney in the derby a few weeks ago. That's right. Fourth goal of the season for Layuni, who's been a fantastic mid-season arrival, the Tunisian. Oli Bezanic's onto the field to replace Miloš Nikovic. Oli Bezanik hasn't been a regular starter this year for the Wanderers. They've got too many class midfielders. Miloš Ninkovic has been substituted with some sort of injury here. Maybe a little bit of concern for the Wanderers, especially coming into a crucial time in the season in the final few rounds. 2-1. 2-1. And that should be the end of Victory's season, man. There's almost no chance that they'll come back to win this one now. Even an equaliser wouldn't do much for them in the grand scheme of things. And it might be too little too late for Melbourne Victory. And look, it goes back to that send-off. Roderick Miranda, the silly, silly challenge. And a red card. Wanderers coming forward again. Well, Wanderers might be able to open the floodgates here with some more goals if they choose to. But it's Wanderers 2, Victory 1. Matt says Wanderers are having a mad season. They've been awesome all season. They've looked really the thing with Wanderers is like when they're on, when they're going, they're at the best, and you feel like they could beat anyone in the competition. Like the personnel that they have in that squad, the squad is so impressive. Like on paper, their squad is better than Mariners. Their squad is better than Adelaide. Adelaide and Mariners rely on younger players. Wanderers just have class everywhere, man, and experience. Obviously, some youth. I mean, obviously, Neuenhoff is crucial to the way they play. Here's Traore down the left. Another chance for Wanderers. It misses everyone, but it's going to be picked up by Neuenhoff. Offside flag goes up. Shadow in the chat says, Johnny Warren medal this year has to go to either Borrello or Goodwin. Yep. Yep, going to be one of those, I reckon. Probably Goodwin. It's got to be Goodwin. For me, I'm going Goodwin as it stands. Goodwin. Frenzied Rabbit says, what joy I often lose on my team. The league always brings me back in spades. Always tension in the final weeks. It's an exciting time. It's a good time to get back into it, man. And then we've got finals coming right up as well. Troy says, I've noticed how consistent Adelaide are in making finals each season. It's a fair point. It's a fair stat that you point out there, Troy. I mean, they often pull through. They often pull through when it comes to the end of the season. Adelaide United, they're a class side. Man, I know I keep bringing it up, but just that red card for Miranda. Such like a silly foul to commit to. And you just want, like, they had the momentum at that stage too. You wonder where it could have gone. You know, how the game would have panned out if he hadn't been sent off. Massive turning point in this match. Little push and shove there. Fornaroli not happy with something. Craig Goodwin is class. You mean, what did I say? Did I say something else? That is what I meant. Did I say something else? My bad. I do find that happens sometimes when I'm multitasking. I'm like talking here and trying to like watch the game. get my words mixed up, so I apologize if that happens. Wanderers pushing forward again. Milanovic, good block. Corner. What do you think might happen at Victory if they get the spoon? It's hard to say. Second spoon in 3 years is unacceptable for the league's biggest club. In my opinion, Popovic should stay on. I think he can still needs to go through a bit of a rebuild and bounce back. But yeah, man, it's tough times for Victory at the moment. Tough times. Hey Siri, play Hard Times by Paramore. Oh my God, my Siri actually answered. That's hilarious. Oh, no. Oh my God, that's hilarious, dude. Dude, I'm not even kidding. I'm watching on my phone right now. And it heard me and it went to pull up Spotify. I was just doing a joke. I was just doing a bit just then. And I just lost my stream. Hang on, I'm pulling it back up. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Wow. Shadow says, I think Victory will get Tale. Could happen. The rumors have been linking Tale with Victory. Can't believe that. Just trying to make. Do you guys know that song, right? The Paramore song, Hard Times. Wow, Siri heard me. Always listening, huh? Not long left. Probably, I'm gonna say like 4 minutes of injury time, maybe 5. Obviously, we had the VAR decision, which took a couple minutes. Ninkovic's ice on his ankle. Concern for Wanderers fans. Ninkovic's ice on the ankle. Guys, thanks so much for tuning into this live watch long. Don't have long left to go in this game. If you have been enjoying, make sure you hit the like button. I appreciate it greatly. Just ticked past 2 hours here on the live stream here. Got some more live watch longs coming up over the last few rounds of the A-League season and into finals. Got to agree with you. Shadow Michael Rudan has done good with the Wanderers this year, especially with where they were at in the last few years. Wanderers really struggling. Rudan's done a fantastic job and has turned them into one of the strongest sides in the competition. And they look set to win 2-1 here. Victory. Get it forward, but Wanderers deal with it again. 5 minutes of added time. 5 minutes. Wanderers 2, Victory 1. Troy asks thoughts on what Sydney FC needs to do to get back to those title-winning seasons. Even though a rival, it's more fun to compete with them. It's tough to say. I mean, I think the first step is they need a new coach. I think Corica, while he's had a successful time at Sydney overall, they need new leadership, new direction. They don't need to do like a full squad rebuild, I don't think. They've got some good players there. I mean, Joe Lolly's a class player. Adam Lafondra is still a good striker. I think they need to inject a bit more youth. I think at times they haven't really played their young players at times where maybe they should have, given them a run. But yeah, I think the main thing is a new coach and a new strategy there at Sydney FC. There you go. Sort of sums it up. Valhoon says fresh ideas. Exactly. They need fresh ideas. And look, credit to Corica. I mean, we should say Corica did shake it up. Corica did shake it up this season, sort of going to more of a 4-3-3. after he broke away from playing that 4-2-2-2. But it still hasn't really worked out, hey? Yeah. Victory with a late chance here, cutting it back. Good opportunity. That was very close. Bruno Fornaroli hits the floor in disappointment. 3 minutes to go. Nice play. Falami got in behind. Oh, dude, it was really close. Just over the crossbar from Fornaroli. What a chance. What a chance. What a chance, man. Bruno Fornaroli so close. Bruno Fornaroli. Shadow, I got to agree with you again there, Shadow. So to be fair to Fornaroli, he's probably been Victory's best this season. Yeah, and he obviously he wasn't even there at the start of the season. Hey, he arrived late from Perth Glory. Yeah, I'd probably get to agree with you. Grabbed a handful of goals here and there. But he's one of those players where each week in, week out, whether Victory win, draw, or lose, he plays with good energy and good spirit. And yeah, he probably has been their best player. Just over a minute to go here. A minute to go till Victory season is all but ended. Their finals hopes. And they could be set for another wooden spoon victory. Dude, it's just crazy to think that a club the size of Melbourne Victory would be picking up their second wooden spoon in 3 years. It really shouldn't happen. And who was it in the chat that said before that, like in the Victory documentary, the club chairman said it would never happen again? And it's happened 2 years later. Crazy. Again, there's still time. And look, MacArthur Victory next week will be a battle of the bottom two, with the way things stand. So they could still jump up for sure. But yeah, it's warning signs for Victory. Full-time whistle just around the corner. Wanderers have hung in here. Victory had a decent little patch at the opening of the second half. But Wanderers grab their goals through Borello and Layuni. Victory's goal. I've just completely forgotten who scored Victory's goal. Who scored Victory's goal? Was it Fornaroli? I've literally completely blanked on who scored Victory's goal. I'm blanking. I got to check. Full time. It was Volupile. That's right. Volupile with a goal. Full time. Wanderers 2, Victory 1. That is pretty much the end of Victory's season. A gritty win in the end for Wanderers. It wasn't easy for them, but they get the 3 points in the end, which is all that matters. Let's have a look at how the ladder looks now. Wanderers still sitting in 4th place, just behind Mariners on goal difference. So Wanderers still eyeing off 2nd place so that they can finish in that top 2. When you look at the bottom of the ladder there, Victory, 25 points. We'll be battling for MacArthur at the bottom of the table next week. At home, Victory. Winnable game for them. They've also got Brisbane Roar as well. Thanks, Troy, so much. And thanks, everyone, for tuning in. My name is Lockie. This is the Coast Watch Football YouTube channel. Make sure you stick around because we've got some more watch-alongs coming up over the next couple of weeks. Huge games coming up. Keep an eye on the triple header happening tomorrow as well. Got some big games happening tomorrow. But make sure you stay subscribed. Hit the like button if you have enjoyed. Guys, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.